Louisville Fire and Rescue has been on the scene of the fatal UPS crash since it happened. It is a tedious and delicate process combing through all the wreckage. Chief Brian O'Neill is here with us now. And first, Chief, tell us what this week has been like for you and your crew. I know there are so many fire departments from so many different areas helping out with this crash. What has it been like?
It's been intense. Obviously, an event like this is so rare, thankfully, and it is so crazy to have such a large impact. This actually happened in the Okolona Fire Protection District, so they were first on scene, they were in command, and they're still in control of that area with the NTSB. We have been supporting them, and we continue to support with personnel. At this point, NTSB has the scene, so there will be urban search and rescue personnel from all around Jefferson County and from the region around the state to help do grid searches to try to find anybody else that might be in that wreckage and to assist the NTSB with the pieces of the plane that they're trying to find.
You guys fight fires all the time. How is this one different? I mean, when you pull up to it, you see that large plume of smoke. It's nothing like I've ever seen before. Does it take your breath away, even though this is what you do every day?
Well, certainly we train for these things, and we've been doing this a lot. Our people throughout Jefferson County and Louisville, they're the best at what they do. But yes, this is not typical. You don't typically have a scene that stretches over a half a mile. You think about a typical residential structure fire, it's contained, you can get around it, you have an idea of what you're working with. This is something like I have never seen. But again, firefighters do train for this. We just had an exercise a couple weeks ago out at the airport, training for a large-scale incident which involves so many different agencies. That's what's key here, is that there are so many different local, state, and federal agencies working together to keep everybody safe.
I know, it is quite amazing to see all of that teamwork. How is your response changing on a daily basis? I know that, first have to put out the flames, and then it changes day by day. Tell us about that process.
So when you look at an incident like this, immediately we started calling back extra personnel to make sure that the rest of the city was protected and covered, so that it was business as usual. If you are somewhere else in the city and you have an emergency, we're going to be there to take care of it. And really it's a matter of then, once it's contained and controlled and that scene has been passed off to federal authorities, we have to scale down. We have to think about all of our people that are out there that were exhausted. We have to think about decontamination for all of the gear and equipment that's now been coated with oil, jet fuel, etc. What do we need to throw away? What can we actually clean and repair?
How is that to fight a fire when you have all that jet fuel? I mean, we heard 250,000 pounds, that's 38,000 gallons, and then the petroleum from the business. How is that even something that you guys tackle?
Well, if you can't aggressively get to extinguish it, what you need to do is surround it. And then you get around it, cut it off where you can, and slowly start moving in. And as well, when you're talking about fuel-fed fires like that, it's a finite number. And a lot of that fuel is going to end up burning off. And unfortunately, that is an environmental concern as well, which we do air monitoring, water monitoring, et cetera. We've worked with MSD and Louisville Water to make sure everybody's safe. But yeah, you just try to contain it and then work your way in and try to keep everybody safe that way.
And I do have one final question for you. Can you explain the scene as it is today? You said something interesting before we came on air. You said it's a debris field on top of a debris field.
Well, if you think about the businesses that were there, you had the petroleum recycling and you had a salvage yard. Those are the two kind of larger businesses. So that's already an area that is just covered with a lot of stuff. And now you've got this detritus from a plane crash that is now a debris field on top of what seemingly is an existing debris field. So yeah, it makes it very difficult. Is this a piece of a truck that was in the salvage yard, or is this a piece of a plane?
Well, it's been a long few days for you and your crews. Thank you so much for being here and giving us your time, Chief.
Thank you.